Alright guys, it's opening weekend of muzzleloader. I'm sitting in the truck here, starting to break daylight. It's pouring down rain. I've decided to use today as more of a scouting day. I'm going to hit a few spots, just run in, check the sign in the area, run out, let the rain wash my scent out of there. It's supposed to get real good maybe Monday evening, maybe Monday morning. It just kind of depends, but I think Monday evening for sure is all supposed to blow out of here. I'm by myself today. Easton, he wanted to sleep in this morning. So we're going to just check a few spots, go around, check some cameras, get soaking wet. But we're going to get all the signs, check, do some speed scouting through these spots and just figure out where we want to be. Because last thing I want to do is just stay at the house and then Monday evening when all this stuff blows out, I just go into a spot that I'm assuming is going to have a sign and then get in there and it's not. So we'll use today, maybe tomorrow. We'll just have to see. I mean, I'm going to come up here every morning. If the weather does what it's supposed to be doing, which is raining, I'm going to use it as scouting. If it lays off, like yesterday, it was supposed to have been raining all day and then it barely rained at all. So if it does that tomorrow or even later today, I'll get in the woods and get set up. But for right now, the plan is just to speed scout all day and get ready for the upcoming week. I'm off this whole week of muzzleloader, so I'm pretty excited. And then right after that, I got a draw hunt where I drew a gun tag in a bow only area for 3 days. So it's gonna be off the whole week of muzzleloader, and then I'm gonna roll right into that draw hunt. So we're gonna be doing a lot of scouting in between hunts this week. Gonna be hunting in mornings, scouting, hunting in evenings. I may bow hunt in evenings. Just depends on where I decide I want to hunt at, but we'll just have to see. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. Leave a like and subscribe. It's pretty good. That's pretty good shit right there. We're in the thicket. There's another rub right there. Coming in here to check my camera that I put up a couple months ago. They're finding a lot of big rubs in here, so we may be back in here in the morning. Good morning, guys. It's the second hunt of my vacation. Second day of muzzleloader season. I've got the bow with me this morning. It's supposed to be off and on raining. I didn't want to take the chance of getting my gunpowder and my muzzleloader wet, so I'm just going to hold off on bringing it till I think Monday afternoon or Monday or late morning. It's supposed to clear up and the cold front supposed to blow through tonight. So just to give you a layout of what we're set up on right now. It's going to happen quick if it happens. We've got a big creek here running east and west, and there's a beaver dam right here about 30 yards from me, and there's deer trails all through this little piece right here, running parallel with this creek, and they're crossing right here on this side of the beaver dam. So you got trails running parallel, and then you got trails coming across the creek right here at the beaver dam, all intersecting right here where we're at. I checked a lot of cameras. I checked quite a few cameras yesterday, and just about all of them had bucks cruising for does. That buck that Easton shot the other day was cruising for does too. So this is the perfect spot to catch a buck cruising, checking for does. So we're going to sit tight. Like I said, if it happens, it's going to happen quick in here. So stay tuned. If you like what you see, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you. Alright guys, I'm going to show you my setup real quick. Right there's the creek. Running this way. Right in here's the beaver dam. There's trails running parallel with this creek running right down through here. I guess shot its area, except for right there. There's a creek crossing right there where some of them are crossing. That's 30 yards, but everything else is going to be within 20. So, we're going to sit tight here. See if we can't catch a buck cruising through here. Alright guys, it's about 9 o'clock. I haven't seen much this morning. This is not a spot that I really expect to see just a ton of movement. It's more of you're either going to catch a buck cruising through here, you're not going to see a whole lot. But we got a cold front pushing in. And we're going to go from, I think it's 55 right now, but it was like 60, 70 yesterday. And in the morning it's going to be down in the 30s. So, I feel like I really need to be closer to feeding and bedding. And that's not where this is. So, as much as I like this spot, I think I'm about to climb down and make my way over to a little bit more of a bedding area on the edge of feeding food. And get a little and see if we don't have a little bit more action. I don't know that I'm going to see just a ton right here, and I just don't think I'm in the right spot for what we got. This cold front ought to be getting these deer up on their feet here this evening and this afternoon feeding. There's not a whole lot of food right here where I'm at, so I think I'm about to climb down and reposition, get a little bit better situation for this afternoon, this evening. Alright guys, after getting down that morning, I ended up getting caught in a rainstorm and getting soaked. So I ended up going home and drying my clothes out, and we had a Halloween party we had to go to that evening, so we just ended up staying home and getting into the next hunt. I actually got the muzzleloader this morning. We're up here. A little finger ridge coming off some big old ridge there. And off the end of this finger ridge is some real thick bedding. This morning when I was slipping in here, I had a doe, or I could hear a buck chasing a doe around up above me. And as I was slipping in, I heard something walking behind me. And I turned around and it was full moon, so I could see it through the moonlight, and there was something moving towards me. I couldn't tell what it was. So I flipped on my headlamp. It's a pretty decent 8. I don't know if it's really something I would shoot, but he was a nice little buck. Anyways, he slipped up around, he went up and around me. And it slipped off into this finger ridge where I'm at right now. I let him slip off in here, and then eventually I moved in. I was kind of late getting set up because I was trying to make sure I didn't spooky anything. I haven't seen nothing since I've been up in the tree, but there's been deer moving through here the whole time I was walking in. I've had some deer blowing at me. It's a north wind, but there's not much of a wind, so first thing this morning my thermals were pulling down this draw behind me. Which, I'm on a little saddle here, so most of the time the deer come up on this other draw over here in front of me. They don't really come up this one behind me that much. So I didn't mind my wind going down in that drainage, but we're gonna hang tight. Maybe we'll get lucky and something will push on through here. A lot of thick bedding up there. There's gotta be some does. You gotta think eventually a buck will come through here checking them. It's Halloween night. We are set up on the edge of some bedding. There's some fresh sign in here. There's a couple big rubs. Fresh scrape. Probably from either this morning or last night. Acorns dropping everywhere around me. So I'm gonna get quiet because we're really close to the bed in here. I don't want to be making a lot of noise, but it looks good in here. So I got the bow this morning today. We're gonna hang tight and see what happens. I always wanted to shoot one on Halloween. I don't think I've ever even got close to shooting one on Halloween. Maybe tonight will be the night. Also, we changed hats to see if we can get a little bit of luck in here. Leave a comment below if you like to change up your hat to see if you can change your luck. action, saw a lot of bucks and does, a lot of chasing going on, but we didn't see nothing worth shooting. A bunch of smaller bugs, but man, the sign in there looked good. So we're back in here in the mountains. I got my muzzleloader this morning, and we're up on top of a big mountain here, and we got hardwoods to our left, and below the hardwoods is a big thicket, big pine thicket, and then above us on this mountain, this whole other side of this mountain is nothing but thicket. So we're in between two thickets. I've killed a big old buck in here a few years back. During rifle season. And I hear something down below me in the hardwoods here. But the way I've been doing it, I've been hunting in the mornings in the mountains with my muzzleloader. And then in the evenings, I've been hunting closer to home in a bow-only zone. That way, I'm just closer to home. I don't mind bow hunting. I'd rather be bow hunting anyways, but I'm not going to pass up the opportunity to use a muzzleloader. I love seeing that smoke go off, especially on a big old buck. So we're going to sit tight. This place has always been good to me. I've killed a good buck in here, and I've had a lot of close encounters with some good bucks in here. Matter of fact, I think every year I've had a close encounter with a big one in here. Last year was a big 10 point. I had my bow, and he come within 25 yards of me, but he caught my wind before I could get a shot. And then the year before that was a big, tall, tine buck. Didn't have real good width, but he was real tall. And he come in, and he never got close enough to give me a shot. Anyways, we're gonna hang tight and see what happens. I'm pretty excited for this morning. Later that day, doing some scouting, I came across this buck. He was acting real funny, so I walked around and got a different angle on him, and I found a arrow sticking out of his guts.
Sleeping in the following morning.
He was hurt real bad to the point where he couldn't run away from me.
The draw hunt rode around.
So
tired.
I ended up calling the biologist for that area.
I appreciate
He
you
come
guys
out,
tuning in.
put it
Please leave a
down,
like, subscribe,
and they
hit that notification
took the
bell,
meat,
guys. Thank you.
dispersed of it. Alright guys, we're walking out. After I got down, I started making my way back to the truck, and I seen a doe moving through the woods. So I dropped down. She had a pretty good buck behind her. You know how it goes when they're chasing like that, it happens quick. My first instinct was that he was a good buck and he's a shooter. But as I was getting ready to take my shot, I just caught a glimpse of something, and I thought, man, I don't know if that's a shooter or not.
And when he stepped through my opening, I was still guessing, or trying to decide, I should say. And he slipped through that opening, and I never got another shot. I don't know that he was a shooter or not. He was definitely close. He may have been better than I thought, but I don't know. When I first seen him, I thought shooter, but then as I was looking at him, as I was trying to get my shot, it just something told me, no, I don't know that that's a shooter. So I didn't take the shot. Anyways, he ended up chasing her back down the bottom and back into the pine thicket. So I may try to come back in here in the morning, but I don't think I'm gonna have the right wind. It's supposed to be more out of the southeast, and I think I can get away with the southeast wind, but it's not really great either. So I really need a straight north wind or northeast, but I think you can get away with the southeast, but you're really pushing your luck. But I don't know, we're gonna look around. I got some spots I'm gonna scout for this draw hunt I got coming up. I got a draw hunt here in a couple days, a rifle tag. So I'm gonna do some scouting in a spot over there, and then we'll head. I don't know if we'll go back in the same spot we was yesterday evening where I seen all them deer, or if we'll go somewhere else. I just have to see, because that's another spot where southeast wind, I could probably get away with it. I just don't know if I should push it or not, so we'll see. Stay tuned. Morning, guys. It's Thursday, November 2nd. We're in a pinch here. We're just hoping to catch some bucks cruising through here. We're in a little pinch here. We seen a lot of deer yesterday evening, but everything was really far off. I couldn't get a camera on it, but they were moving really good yesterday evening. The wind was just everywhere, though. Every time I tried to get set up somewhere, the wind would be blowing, and I'd hear deer running off, and I'd try to move and get resituated, and it was a cluster yesterday evening. And I ended up getting down and just getting out of the woods with about an hour left daylight. But anyways, we got the bow this morning. Like I said, we're in a nice little pinch here. These deer tend to funnel right through here, so we're gonna hang tight and see what happens.